All right, welcome to our week 5. Okay, session number 2 for group 4. Group 5. Okay, group 5. Kat Wen is here, Kat Wen. Okay. Okay, Yun Ming, Wang Ying Ming, are you here? Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, yesterday in our lecture class, I did basically give you guys some examples also how we can actually develop our sketches that based on the titles they write. Okay, so what I actually have been developed for you guys over here is one of those methods to develop the characters. But of course, when it comes to develop the characters, they has to be come with a lot of way of working there. You have to do a lot of experimentation on those design there, right? For examples over here, okay, character design sketches there, right? All right, if you take a look there, right, okay, all these kind of samples that we have, okay, this is also one of the examples there, okay, one of the examples how people, how actually character designers and illustrators working with the characters itself. Okay, there's a lot of stages of designing the characters. Okay, we cannot actually just assume to do whatever that you saw. Basically, from what I actually have been showing you guys just now, yesterday actually, right? This is only one of the methods. Okay, the method that actually been developed from here also uh, were basically based on my kind of experience. Okay, that I actually have been applied all this kind of things together. Okay, in my kind of decisions to compose basically the sketches. Okay, for for my presentation for you guys. Okay, yesterday. But of course, okay, when it comes to develop character, there has to be come with a lot of experimental when it comes to develop the strokes, the element that you're going to create at the same time. Who actually is wondering? So the guy actually, okay, get so he's trying to do here. Jaden, Jaden from the All right, guys. So, for example, like this guy there, okay, and he want to change his face into one punch man kind of style there, right? Okay, in order for you guys to change there, okay, first of all, you need to understand also how to work properly with your kind of facial structures. Okay, we cannot actually just simplify those kind of things, okay, without having enough kind of understanding how to develop the structures really well. But that's why we have to be careful with it, okay, when it comes to develop those kind of structures there. Right? So for me, okay, when I actually have done a lot of experimentation on my face, right? Um, for For example, okay, when I actually had developed this one, right? When actually doing this kind of experimentation on those mirror kind of images kind of methods in illustrations. Okay. Where is it? Okay, for example, like this one, right? Obviously, you guys can see there, okay? The faces that I draw is basically based on myself. So what are the strong features that you guys can see from here, which is related to myself, okay? Like ears, maybe some eyes there, right? Maybe hair, like hair kind of structure, shape, maybe the beard itself. So all those kind of strong features that I bring over to my kind of characters there, right? They will showcase basically my personalities. That's why you have to be careful when you come to develop those kind of characters based on someone, basically some sort of like someone character designer, right? It has to be related there. So you need to be study enough kind of understanding, okay, on your own structures before you're going to come up with your own ideas there. Same goes to this one. I don't have that kind of step-by-step kind of drawings, but according to this kind of drawings over here, when I actually put some mirror images, okay, on this kind of ideas there, I never thought basically I'm going to combine Jojo Bizarre kind of what we call the characters with this, with my own face. So when I actually start to refer my own face to do a mirror kind of images, and then suddenly I try to get the elements on those Jojo Bizarre combined with some of those cybernetic kind of line characters kind of styles into these kind of illustrations. So combination between all this kind of creative process, sometimes it can be spontaneous there. Once basically you have the right kind of skills. But for the beginners, normally you need to do a lot of references, sketches, a lot to study basically the structures really well. Otherwise, you won't be able to get it right. Okay, so that's why you have to be careful when you design all this kind of character that based on certain kind of what we call that features of titles there. So you need to basically to study your own kind of structures really well. So people will not be lost there, okay? They're not being lost there, okay? When they actually saw your design, they can actually relate it, okay? And synchronize with your thoughts, okay? With the ideation that you want to create from there. Otherwise, they will look quite weird a bit, okay? That's one thing. All right. So you have to be careful with it, okay? When it comes to develop those kind of characters that based on someone kind of design. So need a lot of studies. That's why drawing sketches is really important. But this is a part of it, okay? If you take a look back again, okay, the way basically people design the characters, they right here. They always relate it with the basic, with the gestures kind of line. Okay, to study the whole structure there. It's not a complete kind of drawing line there, right? I'm not talking about the complete drawing line there, right? So when I actually design also this particular kind of characters there, right, okay? I'm referring basically the references, of course, okay? But at the same time, so okay, when you guys take a look how actually I construct those kind of line there, okay? I did a lot of study there first. Okay, for examples over here, okay, let me actually share with you guys. I can share with you guys. Okay, let's just say it right. I want to study a rocks kind of elements. Okay, a rocks kind of elements over here. Anyway, if I want to study those kind of elements, okay, I have to make sure that right. I will do a little bit more kind of studies from there. Okay. For example, right here, right now, right. Okay, study the shape of rocks. If you have a pictures, you can use the pictures there, okay, to refer with. So to draw the rocks itself, the shapes of rocks. Maybe this is one of the shapes of it. Okay, some of the rocks are going to look like this. The formation, the body of the physicalities of those rocks there, right? You need to understand that before you're going to design, okay, the characters that related to these rock kind of elements. That's why when you actually want to design some things that are related to this one, right, you need to refer a lot of references there first. Okay, for example, okay, rocks, elements. This one, stone. Stone elements. Elements in illustrations. Okay, this one. So check the formations, look at the structures of the design itself. Okay. Then you redraw back again. You study them back. You cannot rely on once you get it right, once of it, and you can complete them right. So the thing is you have to do, okay, right now when I'm working with this kind of design, right, I try to be more precise on the shape itself, okay, and separate between the areas there. And you can put on those kind of design, okay. So it has to start with the line drawings. You cannot start with painting, because the core of those understanding when it comes to develop your ideas is came from drawings, not from paintings. All right, people who start with paintings, I think they were stupid enough, right, not to basically to understand how basically the design process is going to be working together with their own kind of creative process. So you need to start with those sketches a lot. Okay, once you actually get the sketches right, one other thing that I've been working on, okay, for example, if I would draw a human face, this, okay, the basic structures of human face, you need to understand also the composition, is it? Okay, from here, okay, break down basically the element of those faces, for examples. Okay, right here, how actually I'm going to develop those rock formations of the faces itself, the nose there, the mouth, all right, the lips, and then the jawline, the ears itself there. So all this kind of thing will been developed by design. We not simply design them, okay, even though the hairline, okay, how basically you break down the shapes of the hair, okay. You need to basically have this kind of understanding there, guys, okay, to break down the shapes. It's not that kind of like simply tracing from other people's works that you actually can come up with your own ideas there. Those are the things. You need to basically break down all these shapes together using basically the certain kind of structures, and then you change into the element of stone or rock, okay, for the characters, for the creatures itself. We cannot basically just simplify them, everything is okay, using references or copy back again and trace back again from the works there. But it can be a part of those inspirations. Like if you look at the stone creatures, for example, I'm talking about if someone actually want to design based on the Atanga kind of characters, right, who become stones. So all these kind of elements, okay, most people will trace back again all these elements. For me, I'm using this one as a part of my guideline, okay, in order for me to reproduce basically my own design. We are not actually just copying all these kind of elements into our works, right? It has to be a certain kind of process of creative process that we develop, okay, based on those sketches that we have been developed before, okay, based on the references, based on the element of rocks that you actually collect, right? Okay, what type of rocks also that you guys are going to combine all together, okay, by using those kind of design. Also really important, okay, for you guys to create the element for the creatures itself. Those are the things that are going to be synchronized together, okay, when you actually choose your own kind of references. We cannot just simply actually use whatever the things that we feel likable in our process of working. So we have to go through a lot of this kind of R&D research, go through with all these elements back again, check back again whether some of the elements are going to be suitable or not. Okay, for me, one of the best way for me to do this kind of works, I'm going to collect all this information like this back again. Okay, I'm going to collect all these information there. Okay, let me say assignment 3, R&D. Okay, save all these files from here. Okay, so I will make sure basically I have enough kind of information before I'm going to reproduce my own kind of way of designing back again the creatures. That's the most important thing. So all these kind of visual kind of informations are going to be useful for us. 2D, 3D kind of elements of references, all are going to be useful. Sometimes some of the poses like this also can be useful also for us to work there. Let's just say I like this kind of poses that can be used as a part of the Stanga mirror. What I can do, if I want to imagine a bit on these ideations, I'm going to design basically, okay, a bit on the characters like this. Okay, roughly sketches there. Right? Yeah. Roughly, this is the ideas of the Tanga become the stone there. Okay. So all the sketches are going to be available for your creative kind of process. Maybe some floating kind of stones over here, make it a bit more mystical. So from here, I will design back again. Okay. How basically these creatures are going to be look like. Okay, they look like they're wearing a tanja over here, right? The body itself, the shapes look like a man. Okay. So sketches, kind of what we call it, developments. It's really important for every single designer. If you have a poor sketches, okay, that means you have a poor design. Okay. So roughly where I have that. Okay. Did I actually just copy the whole things from these references? No, they're right. Okay. But I just interpret back again. Okay, based on my kind of understanding. That's basically also the beauty of those kind of design. Okay, from here, maybe add another layers. Okay. Add some brushes, watercolor brushes. Okay. So check back again the lightings on the shadings. Maybe I'm going to put some shadings over here. Okay, just the indications of the shadows. Okay. Sketches, there has to be a bit more rough there, right? Some shadows a bit right here. So for the presentations of ideations, it's going to be good enough there, right? And you want to present your ideas like this, so people can see basically the directions and also the skill that you have, okay, to visualize your ideas there in the early stage. Okay, okay, that's the thing, right? Yeah. I'm using P2Sci in my office because I didn't have Photoshops. So Some are good things there, okay, that we can see from here, okay? That we can visualize it visually from here. Other than the first idea that actually create, okay, in our lecture class. All right. So, anyone have any questions regarding to our assignment 3? Okay, for those who actually want to reproduce your exercise, okay, I would suggest, okay, for example, like this one, right? Okay, most of the students have turned in. Thank you very much. Okay, for those who actually have turned in. For me, though, okay, if you want to do another versions of the landscapes or the portrait itself, you just go ahead. Because when I actually going to evaluate and give the marks, okay, on your presentations, I will look into on your kind of commitments, okay, when you come to develop basically the skills, okay, for your designer. Okay. Darren, where is it, Darren? Okay, based on the presentations over here. Okay, for Darren, I would suggest, even though not that bad, okay, improve more further on your hairline and strokes, okay? Don't make your hairlines look like a tracing line. That's one thing. Not bad, lah, okay, for the first time working with the tablets. But need to improve a lot on the drawing strokes over here. Okay? Need to improve a lot, okay, on the drawing strokes. Even though landscapes there, okay, when you design landscapes, I'm going to go through with your drawing line angles. Okay, your drawing line. Okay, for example, let's just say, yeah, I had these pictures over here. Then I'm going to put it into pane. Problem that we have right here that I cannot actually save the files there. Okay, so I'll copy this one, I'm gonna save. All right, guys. Okay, I have to go through a bit more for the here. File version cannot be saved. Okay, when I come to develop the drawing strokes, okay, check a look over here, guys. Even though I'm using this paint to side, right? Okay, you guys can see my screen, right? Okay, the rest of you guys, check a look over here. Okay, when I draw basically the hairline, using the paint to side, I'm actually working the same kind of method, just like I'm using Photoshops. You see? We are not actually tracing the whole things. We draw back again. Okay, the hair structures there. See? This is how we draw, Darren, and the rest of you guys. Okay, please improve your line works, your drawing line. Before you add some shadings. Okay, the ears itself. So let me show you how actually I simplify them. See? how I should simplify the line there, right? Practice this kind of this hand drawing. Okay, hand drawing line there. Right? Okay, check a look over here when I draw the nose. Okay. The eyebrow. I actually draw them the eyebrows anyway. We're talking about how we convert our line works into drawing strokes. See? Drawing strokes. That's the things, that's the knowledge that you need to bring it over to your skills. See? Even though when you draw Jay Chow, look like a Jay Chow, right? The quality of line, that will be defined whether you actually can draw or not using those tablets. In the lips. Okay. Even though when I want to draw those etchings there, right? See? So try to get a good quality of line like this before you're going to add some shadings and shades from there. All right. Even though you want to add some shadings later on, for example, like this one there, right? Using the watercolor brushes. Okay, this is basically the shadings of those areas there of shadows. Okay, just the size of it. If you close them up, see? This is for beginners there, okay? Beginners to develop basically your kind of way of working with your shadings, okay? Some detail on the shadings there. Because my pressure pen, okay, point, okay, or not. Okay, it's too sensitive, but it still can work it, okay? It can be worked, but need wait on the time that you work on it. Okay, this is the like watercolor brushes that I use. There's some shadings on it. Yeah. All right. Drawing line is a really important step before you're going to add a bit more detail from there. That's the most important thing. Okay. All right. So check look back again. Why basically the ears become like this? Look like something else there, right? Draw the line carefully. You make sure you have a very confident kind of line strokes. Okay. When you want to develop basically those kind of facial structures over here, we are not just tracing them. We're not tracing them, okay? We want to improve our drawing skill levels. So this is not the way that we should improve our drawing skills. Okay, check look that back again. Okay, Darren and the rest of you guys. Yes or no? Understood? Okay. Right. So I'm using, even though I'm using different kind of what we call that, different kind of what we call locations, it doesn't mean we can actually apply the same right kind of methods that you use. Okay. So, anyone have any questions? Any kind of inquiries? Any queries on your assignments or assignment 3? So this week you have to submit your second. Hopefully everyone have submitted, right?
Teacher, for
Yes.
assignment 3, no need color.
Which one?
The assignment 3.
For sketches.
For sketches, no need color.
No need, right? You can add some shadings only there, right? Huh?
Oh,
Like this one there, right? Huh? Right.
so this is just for sketches.
This is for sketches then. Okay.
Oh,
For sketches, okay. Normally, from the sketches, we want to see how actually you develop your compositions, how you arrange basically all the main element together in your illustration, right? In your layout, there, right? That's basically the things that we want to look at your kind of presentations, and then when you actually finalize the sketches, then you actually can add some colors on it. Okay. This week, I just want to show you guys how basically I develop basically the sketches, the idea at first, okay? Before we're going to go through the finalization there, right? Okay? The final could be, look, a bit more details, lah. Okay? For example, like you saw basically one of those visuals from Tanggang character there, right? For example, like this one. It's just like a children's drawings there, right? It's like a children's picture book drawings here. For example, if I have one, this right here. The illustration could be look like this. You never know, okay? Look like a caricature kind of presentations, okay, full of painted kind of styles there, right? Well, there has to be full colors, lah. Okay, let me go through there. Is anyone actually have seen? Okay, I want to show you guys right here. Who is it? Okay. Okay, let's just say we try to have a look there, right? Some of the students from here. With one progression, with two progression. Oh, one half done that right there. No one had the progressions yet. Okay, so that means okay, I'm the only one basically work on it first. Okay. No one basically had it right. So that means I have done an advanced kind of what we call that samples for you guys to work. Okay. And you can you can use back again, okay, to develop into your kind of ideations there, okay? First of all, run through the research first, okay? Find enough kind of references and do a lot of sketches from here. So I want to see how we develop those sketches, okay, based on your progressions, right? Okay, guys? Uh, just a lot of people actually have done a lot of uh, characteristic kind of references, okay, that based on Antoine. But don't trace, okay, based on the references over here. You have to use your own kind of way of working there. Even though there's a lot of references like this, okay, they use a manga styles, okay, to work with it. You have to come up with your own ideas, okay? You have to come up with your own ideas. This one maybe based on the monster hunting style there, right? Okay, a lot of people have done that, right? Okay, this is a total came from one of my friends who actually done those kind of design. Okay. It's also based from one of those poses, okay, from one of the Malays movies there. If for me, though, okay, if you want to create based on the references, you want to draw back again, based on, you can actually find the Deka Malayu, for example. Okay, so we'll get a lot of pictures now. Okay, that can be used as a part of your guideline that works. Or maybe Silat Melayu, Silat Merdeka. So you will get a lot of references like this. Okay, that can be used now. Okay, but the consultations, okay, references, okay, you need to consult, okay, with me back again. Okay, but once you actually find those pictures there. Okay, all right. Pencak silat, right? Okay. Try to find a few number kind of references like this. This is also quite interesting kind of what we call that style. Okay, to portray the visuals there. For me, you have to do a lot of research on how you portray these kind of titles and your own kind of interpretation on design there. Right? A lot of people nowadays they don't have that kind of soul of those approach or those design kind of style there. A lot of people nowadays that I saw there, it's like it's like graphical movie illustrations. It's like for example, like this one, you see, a lot of people doesn't have any kind of soul. For me to portray all those kind of ideation on those design, there has to be a lot of various type of way to working on it. Okay, one illustration is kind of one. So styles of illustration can be widely ranged, okay, depending on how actually going to portray them. Okay, like traditionals or ancient robe illustrations. It has a different way there. Asian, Malay illustrations. It has a different kind of approach. There's a lot of different kind of way to approach those illustration, but in Malaysia's hardly we can find basically very good kind of styles of illustrations. Most of it is really modern kind of styles there. It can be used. So you have to do a lot of research on your own, guys. Okay. Type of graphical illustrations. Okay. Modern illustrations. This is basically one of the type of illustrations, okay, of the modern kind of eras there. In order for you guys to communicate with your kind of visual kind of identifications, you need to look all these kind of visuals there first before you're going to symbolize all those kind of ideations into your own kind of interpretations. Normally, people don't actually do this kind of research anymore. This is like a Japanese ancient kind of ink and paint there, okay, of samurai warriors. You guys can actually apply all this kind of method back again into your works, okay, to portray Hang Tuah, for example. Okay, but you need to have models there, okay, references, okay, in order for you guys to work like this. Okay. For me, I will love exploring, okay, exploring any possibility that I can find that will give more interesting kind of way if I want to approach basically on my drawings or my all my illustrations here. But this one from Samurai, there, right? So you have to find a way to portray the Hang Tuah that based on these styles of illustrations. Okay, it can be there, guys. All right. So this is the only one basically I find that we can find from the internet that portray the characters there. Nothing basically that we change, okay, after all this while. To show some sort of like a heroic kind of looks there. If you look at the Japanese samurai kind of elements there, you can see how actually they portray their warriors, okay, in a certain kind of way there, right? For example, like this, okay, samurai characters there, right? They show basically the heroic kind of looks of the character itself, okay, the element that they use, it really looks very heroic there, right? This is Hantua characters. See, they has basically the certain kind of elements that can show from there. So you have to work smarter to manipulate those kind of images before you paint back again. So the ideations for me is very interesting to explore. Things that I've been sharing with you guys is only a few number kind of percentage that you guys can actually use later on references. But it's all came from you guys. All right. So a lot of samples nowadays that we can use. But this one came from other people in illustrations. Your great challenges there, okay? How actually can you come up with your own kind of design there, okay? They based on the postures of the characters itself. Without being, you can be influenced by these references, but not tracing them. That's the difference. Not tracing them. Okay? That's basically your challenge that you have to face. All right. This one, that's why I said, okay, if you really want to use AI, okay, generated kind of images to portray basically the characters, go ahead. Okay. This is some of the interpretation on the AI. Basically, we people use AI generated kind of images to create into the works that way. Okay, they're using the chibi character styles that works. So if you guys want to use AI generated images, go ahead. Okay. I really encourage you guys to use it. Mid Journey. AI generated. Other I can actually use other than this one. Okay. I want to use different kind of format. Okay, Journey AI. We try them right here. Hantua. Anime. Manga. Action. Styles. I don't know whether we can. Can we try that first? Okay, try that. Alright. Image and style. 3D games. I just tried that first, guys. I don't know whether it's going to be right or not. Sign in. Facebook. Okay, we generate that. I don't know that right now. Let's try that first. See? This is what happens. Is that right? We get the tour. What is it? Can we save her? What is this? Okay, this is the random kind of Asian Malaysia culture hang tua 3D games. Okay, style there, right? Where can I save it? I save right here on the pane. Pane apps. Save. Mid Journey. See? This is what I get first. If I generate another one, but it doesn't mean we can use them, right? Okay? If it's not basically going to be suitable, we're not. Okay, see? It's a second attempt, right? Second ideas. If I change into GTA Picasso glitch minimalism, euphoric. What is it? How about a cinematic render? This one? The second one, right? Second attempt. 3D games. Hang Tua Warrior, okay, I don't know, right? but it can be used, okay, useful for us to develop those ideas there. For me, that's a good thing. You have all this kind of informations. Okay, there. So, actually, number two. But they have a certain kind of limit, guys, okay? Relation for see body using erase as web or writing chances. And this is also one of the good examples. You guys can actually develop your sketches. Lah. Okay, if you don't have any ideas, you have to write down something that you have to know what kind of okay, this. Obviously, it's not hang tua lah, yeah? But maybe we can use this kind of what we call that composition or positions there, okay? In order for us to change back again into the Malay kind of costumes there. So you need to find the right kind of what we call that prompt kind of words, okay, from there. For me, I'm going to use this one as a part of my poses that they can use, okay, for the characters itself. So normally AI going to give a random kind of visuals there. So you have to work smart to work on that. Okay. This one basically a sample of poses that we can use. Original sample poses from the AI generated there, right? So this one, remember to save for only for my references. Okay. Save. Only for my references there. This is also can be a part of your research there, guys. Okay, when you use AI to work on it, if you can get a closer kind of what we call that images that from the ancients. Okay, go. Let's go ahead. Okay. Okay, I will try one more now. Okay, maybe a stone. Creature. Man. Creature. Being cursed by his mother. Okay. Nearby. Show. Can we try first, I guess? Whether we can get it right. Stone. Man. Creature. Okay. We try first, right? Okay? Whether it's going to be generate or not there. It's fun, guys, okay, to exploring all these kind of new features that we have. I don't know what's going to happen over here. See? Become like this one there, right? It doesn't look like a stone there, right? Stone or rock. Features. Man. That's right. Become like this one there, right? Huh? So maybe we can use them, okay? Maybe we can use them. Right? Yes. By his mother. Let's see. Begging for mercy. Try that. Let's see. So it's funny, guys, okay, but this is the process of working, right? Okay, this is the process of working. But the AI generated, okay, they always give basically the random kind of what we call it visuals. But all these visuals doesn't mean that we can use all the time, okay? The creatures of very nice. Well, we try that, okay? We try that, right? So using basically words, okay, to define basically our informations there, right? So they become like this. So none of it basically going to be suitable. It's a good trial before us to work on it. So if we using the same kind of what we call that prompt, they will generate different kind of way. Okay, see, they become more like creatures. They become creatures and creatures. It is human. Human. They become like this one, right? So after you guys, okay, I'm actually going to work on it. So I just show you guys basically some sort of like options for you guys to work. What else there? Human curse becoming stone year vibration.
How are you? Feeling better?
Feeling okay, tapi still got cough and also runny nose Huh? I cannot. The class has to be run also, right? This one is online I do online right? Because what we call it, I still have to come because need to sign in. I take a leave tomorrow only. Okay. Okay, let me check that right. When you're going to be working on. And this one also is a process of developing those ideas, guys. See, but almost look like all those kind of design look like a Western kind of stuff. But maybe we can use this particular kind of what we call it process for our design later on. That's also one of the good things. Can I paste this one over here? And then save as. Okay, picture number 3, number 4. Okay, I might going to use this one, okay, for the composition itself, okay, for the characters. It can be. Alright, guys, any questions? From you? It's quite fun, right? Using this mid-journey there. Let's just say okay, Darren. Sleepy. Ladies. Guy. Who like to do push up in the classroom. Impress all the kid girls. Okay. Whether we can get the same kind of, we call that generated images. Let's have fun with it. Oh, Darren, handsome. All right, guys, see? You can see it right, okay? Sleepy Chinese guy, but this is not guy. Right. Teenage boy. But when we're using this kind of prompt there, okay, there has to be a random kind of what we call it images like. So for me, for AI, if we cannot get an accurate kind of what we call the postures, we can basically use all these kind of elements to guide us to redraw back again those element composition, as long as not we're not tracing from other people's works. But you guys can trace more from these references, because this one is you create by your own AI images, right? AI cannot generate your own kind of prompt there, right? So you can use this one to redraw back again, to draw back again, to compose back into your own ideas there, because this one is originated by you, okay? But last time, basically, we can use also the images, okay? Maybe you have to upgrade maybe. So last time I actually can combine, okay? I can actually create a coastal paradise. This is the idea, sir. Artwork capturing the transition of the atmosphere. This is some of those prompts, okay? Samples of prompts. Okay, this is some of the sample of prompt. You before young ladies being forced by a step mother to do chores being very sad because in here in the on the image. Sorry, let me try this one. Before Asian culture. Hey, thank you. Okay. Oh, what's it? Okay. And she a company. Nice. Three. Right? Maybe try them. It's fun to try all this kind of stuff, you guys. Whether it's going to be right or not. Oof. Pick up like this one, guys, okay? The young lady pick up like this. It's not going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes AI also they don't use they don't have brain there, right? Okay, that's why we don't have specific there. See, Is already forced by her status to do chores. Beautiful Asian, Indonesian ladies. I think AI cannot actually understand about Indonesian or Asian, but we try that first. Oh, it become like this. Put some curries on it. What else that we can get from here, guys? Okay, let me check that right. Okay, strong man. Strong man. Strong man. Fit by the devils. Right. The monsters. Jungle. Which full of danger. Dangerous creatures. Okay. Strong. Muscular. Man. Warrior. Right. With monsters in the jungle. Okay, try. Maybe we can get it right. This one basically from Badang. Guys, crazy stuff there. Doesn't feel right. Cinematic render. If using 3D games or what is this? 3D games generate. So normally when people actually using all these what we call that AI generator, okay, they have done a lot of try and error there, guys. Okay, so that's why you have to do a lot of research. Okay, when it comes to develop all these kind of idea back again together. Using basically these 3D art style games, they give you different informations. Save as. So All these kind of elements basically, okay, you just can use for references only. Okay. For me, I just use it for my references. It's high Chris. See, this is also a bit kind of we call that it can be a part of those references. Okay. Just kidding. No. And wearing only type with no shoe. Well, I don't find any kind of, maybe we have to upgrade if you want to add more kind of value for the visuals of the presentations. This one first. What is this doing? What is this? You're taking this part only down. Alright guys, so that's it guys. Okay, you guys can explore basically AI generated images. It's fun basically to have basically all these kind of what you call it, applications, okay, in order for you guys to develop your ideas there. So hopefully you guys will explore more further from here. Okay, I only show you guys okay a bit kind of examples there. If you have a budget, you can upgrade. Like if you don't, you just use this one for the sake of the taking some ideas from there. Okay, they're going to be suitable for you guys to work. So, but they're not going to be 100% accurate, the guys. Okay, it's hard basically to work on that unless you join some of the professional kind of program. They can be used as a part of your kind of value added basically for your ideations later on. Okay, so this is a part of it that you guys can actually use. Describe what you guys can do. Phrase, separate them with commas. Oh. Separate them with commas, right? Okay. Skippy guy. Checklists. Okay. No shoes. Okay. Fighting. Beast. Devil. Creatures. In the jungle. Still. Darkness. Maybe we didn't get it right. This one. And that right. Fighting the devil, but you know, fighting the okay, they cannot actually prone them up unless detailed illustrations, right? We can give from here. Oh, nice, huh? See? So to Can Wonder Magical Land, protagonist, magical land, sun, painted sky, I think refreshing sunrise, vibrant color, magical. Where the tigers came from, right? Active refreshing sunrise. Chase. Hidden. Getting it right or not? This is the one there. Or maybe this one I'm going to put right here. Okay. Evil creatures. We try. It's all about playing with words, guys. See, it's not more better, right? But they have different kind of interpretations. But we have to change basically the characters. It's a condensed story. Yes. Okay, guys. So I think that's it, right? Okay. That's it for today. Okay, hopefully you guys can get more options, okay, on developing those ideas there. But of course, okay, Midjourneys, normally if you want to use them, make sure you have different kind of what we call the prompt that we can explore. But I'm not saying basically we can get accurate all the times. But we can try to get all these kind of new features, okay, in order for us to develop those ideas there. Unless you would, as long as you don't actually just trace from other people's illustration or works, right? This one basically AI generated. It can be a part of the method that you guys can use there, see, to develop into your kind of works. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any inquiries from you? But of course, okay, the characters is good, modernized characters. But you never know. You're going to have a modern kind of Badang characters that represent like this. Go ahead. Okay. So this type of particular kind of style you guys can use back again to paint it into your own illustrations there. But this one is generated by computers there, okay, by AI. So you guys can reproduce them back again, redraw and redesign back again. That's basically one of the method that I can actually show you guys, okay, the options, other than you just sketch the whole things right away into your own imaginations. So we can use AI kind of help to develop our ideas back again together, right? So good luck with your assignment 3. And hopefully you guys enjoy exploring all these kind of methods. Okay. So thank you very much. Have a good day. And have a good weekend and sometimes tomorrow we see Saturday. Oh, tomorrow basically we actually have on leave. So thank you very much. Have a good day. All the best, guys. See you guys later. Okay. Anyone have using this AI before? Midjourney before? Anyone? Did anyone actually use this AI before? No?
No.
Okay. It's time for you to try. Okay. It's called Midjourney. You have to basically register on your own email. Okay. Last time I'm using multiple email visit to use a free kind of features, okay, from the Midjourney there. This time basically I'm actually using my formal email. I don't know how long basically they can use that, right? But it's quite interesting lah. Okay, quite interesting. Okay. Example like this one, if I want to explore other kind of methods, so this one have to upgrade. GTA, minimalism, what is it? What do you mean by that? Try this. For me, okay, AI is one of the options for you guys to develop other ideas there. Oh, minimalism like this one, huh? The minimal style there. Crayon art. See the brand crayon art. What do you mean by crayon art? So guys, happy exploring there, guys, okay? So happy exploring. See you guys around next week. All right, hopefully I feel feeling more better there, right? For the face-to-face sessions. Oh, this is what we call crayon art. Picasso. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial is almost the same. I think a bit more detailed only. Right, guys. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a good lunch at the same times. I'll see you guys again later on next week. Okay, bye bye.